The perfect tense, again, as I described earlier, is a past action that is completed and has ongoing effects in the present. In general, that's the perfect tense. Now, consummative perfect has the emphasis on the fact that the action was completed, less than on the ongoing effects of the present tense of the verb. Uh, so here's an example from Acts 5:28. Behold, you have filled Jerusalem with your teachings. So instead of the emphasis being on the fact that Jerusalem is now filled with your teachings, this this interpretation is emphasizing the fact that Jesus has filled, you have filled Jerusalem with your teachings. Or actually, this is Acts, so it's probably the apostles in this context. I don't have that context pulled up right at the moment, but behold, you have filled Jerusalem with your teachings. The emphasis is on that completed action, have filled Jerusalem, rather than Jerusalem is presently filled with your teachings. The ongoing effects of that perfect tense verb. So these are decisions made by analyzing the verb, knowing the tense, knowing the possibilities of that tense, but also looking at the context and then making an educated decision based on what that information, which happens all the time in hermeneutics and in exegetical work as we look at the text. An intensive perfect has emphasis on the continuing effect of the past action, so more on the continuing aspect of it than that it happened in the past. Some say that John the Baptist has been raised from the dead, has been raised from the dead. Past action, he was raised, but focus seems to be more on the fact that he has been the effects in the present from the dead. Now again, it's hard to see such a fine detail in this example and how that might differ from the consummative perfect translation, but there are times where these distinctions may be very helpful if we can point to other uh, factors in the context that might indicate a particular direction or understanding of a verb. And that concludes this portion of the lectures for this week. Again, I know it was a lot of categories. Don't be overwhelmed. What we're trying to let you do is introduce you to a lot of the options and the material that is in the scholarly discussion that's occurring, and so that when you read about it or you hear it, you have some anchors, some ability to be able to grab hold of something, to be stable, but also hear the conversation and enter into it, even though your Greek skills are limited.